Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great pleasure to be in Hong Kong today. Mr. Edingar Hakim, Dr. Charles Mossop, distinguished guests, deans, fellows, ladies and gentlemen. Travel and tourism is one of the most amazing features of our era. At the same time, a cause and a consequence of globalization. Last year, 1,400 million of tourists crossed a border. There were only 25 million in 1950. Tourists characterize our modern society as we travel to meet other persons around the world, to visit natural and cultural wonders, to taste exotic food, to experience how enriching is diversity. People from developed countries, as well as from emerging economies, travel more often, thanks to the decreasing cost of transport and to the opportunities to reach almost every corner of our planet. But our planet is at serious risk today. 60% of animal population has disappeared since 1970, and the annihilation of wildlife is now an emergency that threatens civilization. Climate change is already producing catastrophic effects worldwide and represents a major threat to many regions and entire populations. Millions of tons of plastic pollute the oceans, causing the death of thousands of marine creatures and seabirds every month. Soon, the weight of plastic in the oceans will overcome that of fishes. I could go on describing how our irresponsible behavior is a threat to the world and to us, but it is not my intention to be overly pessimistic today. The point I want to make is rather the following. Is tourism part of the problem, or can it contribute to the solution? The United Nations has recognized the potential of tourism, if properly managed, as a contributor to sustainable development. For many countries, tourism is the main option to alleviate poverty, to create employment for women and youth, to provide access and services in remote areas. Tourism creates 10% of global GDP and 1 every 11 jobs worldwide. Sustainable tourism generates economic and social benefits, but a badly managed tourism leads to the loss of local identity and values and gradually destroys natural resources through pollution and physical impacts. Host community may develop negative attitudes, leading to open protests and oppositions, a phenomenon known as over-tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer to the question is that tourism contributes both to the problem and the solution. We therefore can and must strive to shift the balance toward the positive benefits that tourism can create for local community, cultural heritage, and environment, and to minimize its negative impacts. This is the mission of the Global Sustainable Tourist Council that I contributed to found and have the honor to chair for the last few years. I'm deeply grateful to the Social Enterprise Research Academy for granting me, as chair of the GSTC, the Honorary Fellowship Award. It represents an appreciation of the efforts of our organization to promote tourism as a force for good and as an instrument to advance toward the Sustainable Development Goals. I was not supposed to engage in tourism. I left my country, Italy, to join the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. For over 20 years, I was confronted with conflicts, humanitarian crisis, violation of human rights, persecution, and torture. But it was highly rewarding to provide, as a UN staff, protection and assistance to refugees and to help them settle to return safely to their countries. When I joined the United Nations World Tourism Organization in early 2000, friends and colleagues were surprised as the change looked so drastic. But tourism is more than a leisure activity. It can be a driver of peace, security, and understanding, and we must harness its impressive potential to advance sustainable development. Thank you again for the honor to receive these prestigious awards.